What's up guys, Hades here. Today I have a new video on fire and woo in specific. I want to talk about some of the changes I made. I made some very dramatic changes. I completely reworked all my specializations. I trashed my entire main and I made fire. Partly because of the new patch, partly just I want to make some fresh, interesting content for you guys. Spent a lot of gems doing it, so I hope you appreciate it. Now, a few things. I made a fire team. It's mostly fire. I have swapped the skills 30 times. I don't know the best way to play it. I'm still working on it, but I'm going to show you some of the things I figured out. So here's what the team looks like kind of recently. And I'm going to show you some downgrades and upgrades that you could potentially have in your squad. Now, this is a very flexible spot. Actually, both of these are. I have done a lot of side assisting. Obviously side assisting my mage. I've also had Hippolyta as more of a supportive character. I've had her holding Heart of Arcana and having something like Fighting Will, Toxin, Oak, Resist, these kind of things in her slot to more empower my mage, right? I've also had things like War Blessing, Rage Blessing. These have been frequent flyers on the team. Sometimes I guard Hippolyta, sometimes I assist Woo, sometimes I'm doing one, sometimes I'm doing both. They make a big difference, but you know, it depends on who you're fighting and why. And I'm going to talk about some of those instances in this video. So just know that it is very flexible. There's no one perfect way to play it. There's no one right way to play it. Kin can be a ton of options. He can be Cyrus. If you have Cyrus developed, go ahead. If you have Khan or Kin, these are also good options to counter meta. Now, you don't need a super high power march to be powerful. Okay, I'm going to show you this. My power is 227 or 727. It's not very high, right? Part of that is my specializations: 20, 20, 20, and 10. I never upgraded Kin up over 10 the entire KVK, and he was in my main squad the whole time. And I can show you just how low he was the entire time. 10, he's here in my main. This was my main the whole servers versus server. This, almost exactly this the whole time. I didn't bother with it because it doesn't matter. He's there to assist and die, and when he dies it doesn't matter. Why would I put dust in him? So you can have a strong main without a lot of dust, and it's actually not, it could be very good. Now, a lot of you might be, okay, well, I don't have infinite firepower or energy mastery. Well, there's substitutes here as well. Energy mastery is actually, at level 3, it's worse than coercive after the nerf. You can see 200 energy, 60 damage, 200 energy, 50 damage. It used to be like 62.5 or something. So it's actually worse. So there's actually a bunch of replacements here. If you have abundant, that's a great option. If you have Spell Disintegrator, that is an amazing option. This might be the best option, and I haven't tried it yet. And then you have some other things like concentration. You also have the new skills, which I don't have yet, like Ignite. These things have all experimentation to be done. I can't show you all. There would be an hour, 2-hour video, but the principles are the same. Her artifact's easy to get. Her fragments are easy to get. You can have multiple different mage options. This can be concentration. It's just going to be less powerful up front. But I'm going to show you a fight I had in our kill event. It was a friendly fight. We're just doing some testing. And this is a strong player that a lot of you might relate to heavily. Okay? So you can see the march. It's an Alex carry, relatively good dust. It's a side assist with Fighting Master and Weakening. Also very good setups. He has Energy Shield and he's healing and Web. Like, this is a solid team. The power's not so high, but like I said earlier, not having your artifact on the support, silver, gold, these don't matter much. Having low dust on the back is not a big deal. Having silver, them not being 30, it kind of doesn't make that big of a difference. As long as your main carry is teched out, maxed out, he's got level 6 spec, 29, and a very nice artifact, you're going to be doing damage. And you can see here, he has combo and assembly charge to smack my Hippolyta. Now my Hippolyta at this time was very supportive, okay? But if she goes down quick, a lot of my team falls apart, right? And here's what the stats kind of look like. Wu does a big burst damage with her ultimate and firepower. And of course this could be concentration, and that damage just can be a little bit reduced. But the whole concept stays the same. You assist them and you do big damage. Now, you can see here that my kin actually has a very poor skill. These are things you need to identify in your matches, in your fights. If you were fighting against a mage player and you put on resist, but when you start fighting someone else here, this is useless. This does nothing. It has no value. That's a big reason I'm losing so hard, right? And I'm also going just full mage carry. And I go, you know what? My opponent is a physical carry. Let's swap it around. So I swapped it around. I changed it. I said, you know what? My Wu is not under pressure. I'm not going to side assist. I also said, oh, they're not using a mage. I'm going to switch to Oak Guard. Both of these things are going to help me out. And then I realized, oh, Hippolyta's dying too fast, as we saw in the first report. Let's guard her. These are adjustments I make on the fly to counter my opponents, right? And then you can see the report here, dramatically different, right? Dramatically different. Of course, I should be winning these. I do have a lot more options, but the point is you need to find value where you can find value. Let's actually watch this report. I think this is a great report where I was caught off guard. I wasn't prepared for this March. I didn't line anything up correctly. I have poor skills, and see what it looks like in a replay. Look at this Alex damage into Hippolyta. He is smacking my secondary carry so fast, I'm not going to get a lot of damage value out of Hippolyta. I get a lucky crit ultimate on his backline, and they die really quick. But as long as his Alex has HP, he's going to do a lot of damage. And you can see there goes my Hippolyta. This provides value in like a rally situation, right? If I am joining a rally and they're defending, my March is going to get so weakened, the person behind is going to be able to wipe me very easily, right? So it's important to find your matchups, identify weaknesses in your setup, make adjustments as I showed you in the beginning, change those skills around, find out what you need. I'm also a big fire player at the moment, and you should have some sort of a blessing. I'm a big fan of blessings in fire. You can go with defense, war, rage. They all work great. If you put on a blessing, you're going to get this little bonus. Whenever fire immortals receive a buff, they get 10% bonus damage. So if I put rage blessing on my fire team, my Wu and my Hippolyta are going to ult faster, and they're going to get 10% damage boost when that happens. Now that's incredible. These are all little details I need everyone to be doing, to be optimizing, to perform better. You don't need a super fantastic team with super high pay skills. You just need a handful of the good ones. You need web. A lot of teams need weakening curse. And besides these two, the rest of these are relatively inexpensive, minus the 2 red ones, right? I hope you guys like these kind of videos, giving you new options as the meta evolves. Things are going to change very rapidly, and if you like them, make sure to leave a like and a comment. I'll catch you in the next one.